Hey y'all, if there is one thing I cannot stand, it is tossing and turning at night because I'm hot and I'm uncomfortable. But all that ended when I was introduced to Cozy Earth. Crafted from 100% bamboo, these sheets are not only incredibly soft, but also they're breathable, they're moisture wicking, and they keep me cool and comfortable all night long. I literally sink into the bed and feel like I am sleeping on a cloud. They have everything from sheet sets to complete bedding bundles to comforters, everything you're going to need to get a night's sleep. And the brand has been featured on Good Morning America, In Style, Better Homes and Gardens. And guess what? They don't stop with bedding either. They got pajamas for both men and women. And I am telling you, they are the most comfortable pajama sets I have ever worn. They have bath towels, robes, tops, hoodies. If you wear it, sleep on it, or dry off with it, they got it. With free shipping on orders over $50, a 100-night sleep trial, and a 10-year warranty, Cozy Earth will bring you what it brought me: a good night's sleep and a whole lot of comfort. Exposed Podcast has partnered with Cozy Earth to offer my listeners 41% off by using the code EXPOSED at checkout. That's 41% off by going to CozyEarth.com and using the code EXPOSED at checkout. Sleep better, live better, choose Cozy Earth. Sweet dreams await. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exposed, Scandalous Files of the Elite. I'm your host, Jim Chapman, and today I am bringing you another edition of Bad Teachers, and we're going to go to New Mexico for this one. I'm going to tell you about a New Mexico teacher by the name of Michaela Ford, and Michaela Ford is accused of some inappropriate, illegal acts with a 15-year-old boy. So this case specifically occurred in Estancia, New Mexico, which is a city. It's about 60 miles outside of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And Michaela Ford, she worked as a substitute teacher in the Estancia school district for both the middle schools and the high schools in that area. So now we're going to get into the relationship with this 15-year-old student, which really got exposed on November 6th of 2024. When the superintendent for that district reaches out to police saying she needed to report to them that a student had told the principal where Michaela worked that she had witnessed another student and Michaela Ford, who this student described as the sub with red hair. She witnessed them kissing while walking down the corridor of the school, actually making out. The student explained that Miss Ford and the student, who is referred to as AK, that after kissing, they continued to walk down that hallway together. Didn't even try to hide it. So this principal hears this story. She can't believe it, but she is in luck because all of these hallway corridors in this school, they have surveillance footage. So she asked the student around what time this occurred, that incident the student witnessed, which the student tells the principal what time it was approximately, and it's off to go check those surveillance cameras to confirm that this student had told the principal. And guess what? Everything that this student said occurred exactly how this student told it. All of it right there on video. You see right there on the surveillance footage, this 30-year-old substitute teacher, identified as Michaela Ford, making out in the hallway with a 15-year-old boy. So the principal sees this and she calls the student, AK, into the office. And as soon as she gets him in there, he gets very defensive. He didn't want to discuss anything with this principal. Initially, he's denying everything that the principal is saying, and the principal tells AK basically, well, I know something inappropriate is going on because I have y'all kissing on surveillance video. And At this point, the kid realizes denying this is pretty much fruitless. It's all on video. And he asks the principal, quote, "What do I have to do so she," and he's referring to Michaela, "does not get in trouble?" So at this point, the principal is like, "Look, AK, not only is this relationship between you and Michaela inappropriate, it's flat out illegal." Now, at this point, AK gets really pissed off. He gets up and he storms out of the office. So school was about to end during this time. And just before the school day did end, Michaela herself gets summoned to the principal's office. And even before she sits down, the principal tells her, "Hey, take your school ID off and place it on the desk in front of you." And it was at this point that I would imagine Michaela Ford knew she was in some serious trouble. She actually voices that to the principal, saying she knew she was in trouble, but did not want her husband to, quote, "find out about this." So the principal lays it out, and Michaela also gets pissed off. She storms out of the office, and in a really bizarre turn of events that was shocking, absolutely shocking to me, really, she storms out of the office where the student, AK, was waiting for her, and they actually left the school together. Can you believe that shit? Not only is she brazen enough to make out with this kid in the hallway in front of anyone who could see, but upon being called to the office and called out by the principal for all of this, she actually leaves the school with this kid. So just a few days later, Michaela is caught back on the school property. Now, apparently her daughter went to the elementary school, and apparently the elementary, middle, and high school are all part of the same property. And get this, Michaela is caught yet again on surveillance camera hugging AK intimately at the middle school. The video actually showed them talking while both were hugging each other. They were facing each other while doing this. And then at one point, AK ends up behind Michaela. She's facing the other direction. He's hugging her with both of his arms completely around her from the back all the way to the front of her. And there was no point where she pulled away from him or discouraged him from touching her in any way. So the principal sees her on campus, approaches her, and tells her, "You're not welcome at the middle school or the high school areas of the property." And that while she's able to drop her daughter off at the elementary school, she had no business at the other two schools. And this brash chick right here, she actually responds by telling the principal that hugging a student is not illegal and that she was there to comfort the student. So at this point, the principal's had enough. She was going to report this anyway, I would imagine. I don't know why it took 2 days to do this, but she does contact police to this point. And on November 11th of 2024, they follow up, they go to the school, and they meet with the principal. And here's some of what that sounded like.
I stood over here and do you know where a time clock is?
No.
So right outside this door, right where Leonard sits, the time clock's right behind here. So I walked out and stood there while she did, and it said thank you and timed her out. Well, the boy was waiting for her.
Outside?
No, he came into the office.
Oh, really? Okay.
And she was like avoiding any eye contact, no contact. He's looking at me like, and I'm going, well, and Leonard was sitting there, and we're like, there she goes. Let's make sure she leaves.
Do you think, obviously she was tipped off probably, right?
I'm sure.
And that's why she came in here and just threw the cards down?
I can assume that.
Yeah. And then she said, don't tell my husband.
She already knew as soon as somebody like me was requiring her. I said, you're required to come here. Do not pass go, do not collect $100.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't say that, but I told her to come here. So she did. I mean, I can assume a bunch of stuff, but I don't care to be cross-examined by an attorney on whether or not I can prove that she was tipped off.
Yeah, correct. And you said there was 2 videos?
So That's the one I saw. That's
Okay.
all I knew is that day that I called Dr. Sims back, told her I had this, and that she clocked out.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's what I knew from that was whatever day that was, Wednesday.
Yeah, they had told us that you disclosed everything, so.
That's what I knew. That's
Yeah.
it. And then this is today. This is today. I haven't seen this because I've been doing this other stuff.
Okay.
So we'll watch it together.
Have you seen this?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I need to fast forward or just let it run? I mean, it's 4 minutes long, so.
Yeah, they will be
There they are.
coming from...
That's them.
Oh, yeah.
So we're in this office over here right now, looking this
Okay.
way, and this is where they are.
So she then shows the officers some pictures of this kid, and it's interesting how the officers react to seeing the kid himself. Listen to this.
I have a pic. Do you know what he looks like? Do you know? What
No.
He looks like? I've got a picture of him whenever they were doing the Halloween stuff for the yearbook. He was shaking Trump's hand, which was Mr. Lovato. So I have that one. This extent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's smiling there, but you showing he's
Well,
like a
'cause it's
serious...
not for.
And this was on Halloween?
Yeah.
It's just really funny because he's wearing a wedding ring. Or it looks like some type of ring on his...
Dude.
I mean, he looks like a man for a kid, you know what I mean?
Especially
Like,
when he's mad at you.
yeah, he's
like,
not a small...
sir.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got a full on.
Yeah.
He looked like a grown dude in middle school. I mean, not that excuses anything.
No, it doesn't at all, but it, you know.
Yeah, no, he's.
And you said he's on like one-to-one teaching or what?
No.
No, he's just a normal student.
No, this lady was there subbing for a kid that was one-on-one, is why I didn't pull her directly.
Okay.
She was with some other kid that
Yeah.
she left alone.
Okay. And do we know how long she was subbing here?
I didn't hire her. They at central office would probably know how long she was on.
I have the paper that I have.
Okay.
He showed her first day and next it said the hiding date.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right. Anything?
They just get a sub when you need a sub.
Yeah.
So during this interview, police had in the office with this principal, they get some upsetting, to say the least, information on AK's family background and his situation. Apparently, this kid's mom had passed away several years ago, and the year prior to this incident, his dad passed away. The principal went on to say that when his dad passed away, his stepmom and him, they didn't get along. They had a lot of issues. They would argue and fight all the time. And the principal was not even sure if the stepmom still had custody of AK. And it's at this point that she shows police the surveillance footage I just told you about. And after speaking with the principal, they have enough, obviously, with her statements and the surveillance footage to get a warrant for the arrest of Michaela Ford, as well as a search warrant for her phone. And they head out to Michaela's house to make the arrest. And here's what that sounded like.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Yeah, we're looking for Michaela.
Michaela.
Yeah.
Hannah. Come here, baby.
Hi, can we speak with you? So I'm Officer Aragon. This is my Sergeant Duran here. We just need to speak to you.
Okay.
Okay. Who is this?
This is my aunt slash mom.
Okay, would you want her present or?
She can go back inside. Just doesn't.
Okay.
This one. Okay. I got it. You need me check.
Do you know why we're here, Michaela?
I think so.
Why? What do you?
I think it might be something to do with what had happened at the school.
Okay.
If I'm correct.
Okay. Yeah. So before we continue, do you have your cell phone?
No.
Where is it at?
In the house.
Can you go get it for us?
Why?
Okay. So we need it. It's for the investigation. Okay. So if you cooperate with us, I know you made a comment to the principal that you don't want your husband to find out. Is that correct?
Well, I'm going through a divorce, so yeah. No, he knows what's going on because I already told him.
Okay, so this could go one or two ways. Okay, you could cooperate and give us your cell phone, or I could pull the search warrant from behind my back and we're gonna go in and get it.
Okay.
So
we're gonna search the whole house. We don't want to have to do that, but we're able to.
And I could provide the search warrant. It's for every cell phone, so I will take every cell phone in the house.
Okay, so can I ask why you're having to take my cell phone? Because it's the only way I can get in contact with my husband and the court.
It's for the investigation of your relationship with the student. Okay.
Well, the relationship with the student is.
I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to hear that right now. Okay. But that's what I'm telling you with the warrants for. So I need your cell phone, or we're gonna go in and get it. So here's a search warrant. Like I said, you can have a copy.
Okay.
So here's the other thing. Is it password protected? So you could give us the password so we could go through, do our investigation, or we're going to take it to the FBI building and get it dumped either way. So we're going to go through it. It's, if you want to cooperate, try and get it back quicker.
I can unlock it really quick if you guys don't mind.
And we're just looking to make sure nothing's being deleted, okay?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to here?
I'm gonna put it in airplane mode. Look, and I'm going to.
I was just gonna take off the passcode really quick.
Can you just give us the passcode?
I can just unlock, keep it unlocked.
Okay. So at this point, we have to preserve any evidence, anything we're looking for in our investigation. Okay.
You can watch me do it. I promise I won't delete anything. I will do it from the screen watch.
All right, Michaela. So before you say anything else, okay, I'm gonna be transparent with you. We have a warrant for your arrest.
Okay.
Okay. For its contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Okay. We got you on video. You guys kissing, being intimate. So I'm gonna need you to stand up. Okay.
Do you have shoes? Let's get you some shoes.
Get some shoes.
Well, you can go back inside.
Okay. Can I get them from you then?
Yeah. This is gonna go with you. No. Come here. I need you to place your hands behind your back.
Now, of course, when this stuff happens and other family is at your house, they want to buck up to police. Even though obviously Michaela is in the wrong here, they don't want to accept that. And it didn't go too well when these family members tried to buck up to police. At one point, when they were going to arrest Michaela, they realized she didn't have her shoes on, and it's cold. This is wintertime. It's freezing outside, and the police were nice enough to say, hey, you want us to go get your shoes? She said yes, and they go to step in the residence and grab Michaela some shoes, and here's what happened.
You open my door one more time. You do not have a warrant. It has not been served to me.
Hey,
we do have a warrant.
Not for
Calm
me.
down.
Or my
Get him back or I will arrest him.
Get out of my face.
We told
Why are you out of my
warrant.
face like that?
And he assaulted my servant.
Back off. We have a search warrant for your house.
Accident, incident, all. I'm not. Stop it. You're upsetting my entire.
In your face.
Yes, you were in my face.
I was at my door and I never left my door.
And I didn't even open your door. I'm trying to ask you to get her shoes. And you're acting like a fool. We're trying to get her shoes and do this calm. But why are you escalating
Three
this?
male officers against one
What did
female.
what did I show you? We had a search
patient.
warrant. Will you grab her shoes? We have a search warrant. You wanted to see
You're
it.
intimidating.
Not intimidating
to a
anything.
female.
So you were not
who's had a
intimidating when you
hard-
stepped up to my sergeant.
He knows me. I've had.
I don't even know you. I
once.
don't even know you.
I'm old. I'm on oxygen. I'm diabetic.
We just need some shoes for her.
You need to let go of my arm.
Don't need
You've already
Are you
tried
gonna
to
calm
break my
down?
arm.
I didn't try to
No.
break. If we stand you
You've
up.
already tried to break my arm.
Okay, well just hang out there then. We're gonna be out of here in a second.
You also need to let go of
You're
me.
arrest me.
Why would I do that?
Because you're being an to me.
Okay, so when we
There is no
so
female
when I-
officers involved in this situation.
There's a female officer right there.
There wasn't when I stepped up now.
I'm right here. Hello.
Oh, hello, Miss Stephanie. How have you been?
I'm all right. How are you?
Oh, not very happy right now, considering this idiot just opened up my door without authorization
We have a
twice,
search warrant, okay?
and
I
without
didn't-
presiding me with a warrant,
Appreciate a knock on
plus
the
a rush
did.
on two of me.
He knocked on the door. We're on body cam, and he opened the door. So if you want to see that,
There
you
is
can request the video.
two officers that have attacked an elderly gentleman under your control right now.
Right. Okay. So fellow complaint.
And as of right now,
Go ahead.
I'm probably filing charges against the whole city and these two officers personally.
Can I finish reading the
We're going to be out here if you need anything.
what I
I am charging them with assault.
Okay.
And I will expect you to arrest him and that little right over there.
So finally, after all of this, Miss Ford, she gets landed in the police car. She gets brought to the station for more questioning and to be booked. And it was during said questioning that Miss Ford gives her side of this story. Listen to this clip.
We were notified last week of what was caught on the camera. I don't know. I know the principal tried talking to you guys from what she said. Obviously, I wasn't there, right? So this is your chance to talk, see what's going on. But it was about the kiss that you guys had in the corridor in the middle school, okay? So with that being said, we have the warrant for your arrest for, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, him being 15, okay? With that being said, I'm just going to ask you some questions, right? Try to figure out what's going on, how you guys met, everything in between. With your Miranda being read, at any point you want to stop talking, that's your right to do so, okay? As long as you're aware of that, okay? So was it like, was that like a good time of day for him to like vent to you was lunch? Is that when you guys would like meet and talk and stuff?
Yeah, we would meet and talk at lunch. And if I was at the high school, he would come and see me with a bunch of kids in the class, because I would always sit in the classroom whomever I was subbing for, just because I don't really have a car. I walk to and from places, so I'm like, there's no way for me to do anything.
Yeah.
And so I just sit in the classroom, and I would, just be on my phone and talk to my husband when I could.
Okay.
And or he'd come and talk to me. Like I said, he's usually with a bunch of kids in the class, not ever alone. I always make sure it was in a public area if I could, just so that way there wasn't any questions.
Okay.
About me dating a student, which I'm not. To me, I think he had like one friend that I don't think he really talks to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that what kind of gravitated you towards him, on wanting to help him out?
Yes, in a sense, because I was like that as a kid, just because I knew that being lonely doesn't always help, and having somebody to talk to does.
Okay.
And I think that's what, besides, him being the only kid in the classroom at the time, just because of everything, the door was open, thank God for that, because it was really, really weird.
What was that?
Because it was advisory. And
what was weird about it?
All the other kids got to go to the gym. He didn't, because of his grades. And it was just really weird, because I was the only person other than him that was in the classroom. There was somebody else. Then that'd be strange.
Okay.
Kind of was why I kind of wanted to talk to him, just to see if he was okay, if his failing grades was because of what was going on in his personal life. And like I said, it wasn't really one thing he talked about. So.
Okay. You were aware, obviously, both his parents had passed away, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did know that, because he did say that recently his dad just died.
Okay.
Or had just died the last
year or so.
Yeah. I've been on the road. My dad just passed away last year too. So
oh, okay. Sorry to hear that. Do you think that's where you two got a pretty deep,
no, because
emotional connection was because you guys both have experienced loss, or
it could.
What do you think? So let me ask this, and I'm not trying to say you're wrong or to whatever reason, because that's not. What drew you to him? What made you?
Him not having a whole lot of people to talk to.
You felt like you were taking on talking to him? What kind of role would you say you felt like you were trying to? Or you were helping him? Was it like a sister role? Was it a mother role? Was it more like a girlfriend role?
Sisterly role. Just because mom's that's a little weird. Especially since I didn't know how he felt about his own parents or his step parents or his adopted parents or whatever they are at this point.
Okay.
So I was just trying to be more of a sister. I would normally call him my adopted brother, just because I didn't want people to think we were deemed if we weren't, because he did talk to me a lot.
So would you tell other people that you guys were adopted?
Adopted, just that way it wasn't super weird, and that he was more like my brother. And I explained that to the principal too. It's I only see him as a brother, and not anything more.
So when you said that day, you went, you realized that you didn't want to work for the schools anymore because of your divorce?
It was mostly from my divorce because during like the mid portion of the day, the morning/mid portion of the day, I just kept like thinking back to that. I wasn't really there. I was more dealing with my own stuff and what it'll affect with the kid and stuff like that. And so my mindset wasn't already on the kids, and for me that's not okay. The kids should come first in that situation.
So what was the conversation between you and the principal then?
So I told the principal that I understood what she was talking about, and I was like, it was not supposed to happen. When he did it, I was just really like taken by surprise because he's never expressed how he felt about me in that way. And I did put boundaries in place, and that it was never supposed to happen, and that I was leaving. Because I was not comfortable, and I didn't want it to happen again. I didn't want to be dragged to jail. And stuff like that. And I told her that it was mostly because I was not in the right mindset because I was dealing with my divorce. And she called Miss Annette to see if she could take my badges, and I could walk out and go home for the day.
She stated that you made a comment that you didn't want your husband to find out, or please don't tell my husband.
I said that because I was going to go tell him. I tell my husband everything.
Okay.
I just didn't want her to call my husband and surprise her with all the information.
Okay.
Just because my husband is, more protective of me than he should probably be sometimes. And I didn't want him to go do something he would regret later.
Like going after this kid?
Yeah. My husband's not in the right mindset as it is, so sometimes.
So your husband is aware?
Yes, he is aware that it had happened and that it wasn't supposed to. He knew that I was talking to him when I first started it. Even tutoring him. I had tutored him a couple days, 1 week, because he was struggling with some of the math. And I told my husband about it, and he knew, and I would come home at a specific time. I always gave a specific time when I'd be home, or approximately when I'll be home because of the drive. I don't normally drive by myself because I'm not licensed. Okay. So it's always a little...
where would you tutor him at?
His house, but his parents was home. So
I
should have been home.
So at his house?
Yeah.
And how often was that when you were helping him out with the school?
It was only like twice.
Twice total, or like
total.
Twice a week, or?
Twice total.
Okay.
Like, it was only 2 times, and after that I wasn't really comfortable doing it.
And why was that?
Just, I don't feel comfortable in other people's houses to begin with. I'm not a people person. I don't like a whole lot of people. I try to stick to myself. So it's a little weird.
Okay.
Now, at this point, the detective, he's working his side of the interrogation perfectly. He is asking his questions in a very calm manner. He's being very careful not to intimidate Michaela. He's trying to act like he can relate to her and, hey, I've heard it all and all this sort of stuff. And it's at this point that he asked her about making out in that hallway. And here's what she had to say.
The kiss didn't concern you.
No.
It was more
of why I wanted to know why he did it, but I didn't want to ask him directly.
Okay.
I don't think I will ever find out why, which is fine.
Do you think you put yourself in a spot that welcomed a kiss?
I probably did, just by being kind and trying to help somebody who really needs it, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think nobody's questioning that he needs help, right?
Yeah.
I think we could all agree that he needs help for sure.
I just was trying to be that person to be there. But like I told him when I first started this, that if he talked about hurting himself, hurting somebody else, or him being in danger, I would say something.
Okay.
But anything else he said to me was really confidential. Again, it was mostly just about his Michael and how his homework was doing, and I always make sure that he was okay with his homework. Just because I am a sub, I do like to make sure that the kids don't fail.
Okay.
And I would do it for any kid, honestly. It was just, I would have done it for any kid.
When you first started talking, did you know how old he was?
Yes.
Okay.
I kind of figured when he was a 10th grader, he'd be about 15-ish.
Okay. So you knew he was in 10th grade?
Yeah.
So then the next morning you went over. That's when you were hugging him at the middle school.
Yes, when he got
yeah.
I let him give me a hug, and I told him that I would never talk to him again. This was the last time he'd ever see me or speak with me at this point, because I did not want this situation.
Okay.
So at this point, it appears to be a surprise kiss. At least that's what Michaela was trying to lead police to believe. Hey, I'm standing in the hallway and he just basically jumps me and plants one right on my lips. That is until the subject switched to her cell phone and what police may find when they search that cell phone. Listen to this.
Any inappropriate pictures?
No.
Were there any sent?
No.
Because we can retrieve all that, right?
No.
So Michaela, okay.
I think I might have sent him one that wasn't appropriate, but it wasn't meant for him. I did delete it afterwards just because I didn't need anything strange going on. It was not meant for him. It's meant for my husband, but I think that might be the only thing.
Okay. And was any return from him?
Not that I'm aware of. Again, I didn't notice just because I don't keep track of everything.
Okay. So
Hi.
you know this isn't my first day in law enforcement, right? Okay.
That's what I'm just saying. I don't know if there was any that wasn't, because I don't open
What? That's fine. What was the picture that was accidentally sent to him?
just me without my shirt.
Okay.
So nipples exposed?
Yeah.
Okay. Any of your vagina, but nothing like that? Okay.
And like I said, it was just meant for my husband. It was just accidentally sent to
okay. And you're not aware if he sent you any of his genitalia, anything like that. Did you guys ever have intimate messages like sexting, things like that?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Not that you're aware of, so there may be.
He might have sent something, but again, I don't answer all of the messages.
Okay.
And I was more focused with my husband and everything, so I could just be totally wrong. I could have sent something else to him that could have been mistaken as sexting, things like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Okay. So none that you remember that he was like, hey, let's go have sex, or hey,
I don't remember a whole lot.
Your breasts look good, anything like that. Did he compliment or say anything when you sent it to him?
I don't think he did, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
I will be honest with you.
Okay. Is there anything on the phone that may...
Probably a lot. I'm going to be honest. Probably a lot, because I don't remember what I've sent, because I do talk to a whole lot of people.
And here's why I need you to be honest, right? Because like I said, this I could differentiate to say, okay, I'm going to go through Instagram. None of them were meant for him, right? So I could rule that out. I could rule that out.
Like I said, I'm not sure what I did.
Because if there's a picture of saying your boobs, right? Let's just use that for an example, because you said maybe it was from your husband.
I didn't know that much.
If he was to message you back and be like, "Oh, well, tutoring was fun. I can't wait to see them again." Do you see how that looks?
Yeah. Okay. And like I said, I don't remember if he commented on it.
Okay. And you know that's evidence, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
that's why
if you're honest with that, right? You see how good that looks compared to us having to go out that way, and that's what we're going to use?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't remember if he commented on it or anything like that. Again, it was not meant for him. Okay. And I know I sent it through messages, but I don't remember if he commented or anything, because I kind of just stopped answering my phone at that point. And if I did, it was later.
And I feel like, I think you kind of, I wouldn't say maybe you necessarily trust me, but I think I'm treating you with respect, right?
And I'm just like I said, I'm just trying to be as honest as I can completely be. Again, I don't remember all I've sent him through messages and what all we've talked about. I'm going to be completely honest. I kind of blacked out.
Okay. Did you guys have a sexual relationship?
Again, not that I'm aware of. I have not had any sex with him. Again, I could have messaged him doing the other thing that we were talking about. But again, it wasn't because I was...
Okay, has he mistakenly, or have you mistakenly seen his penis?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so...
I'm going to be honest with that, I'm not aware of.
Okay,
and if he did send me something like that, I wouldn't have...
So... Okay. So then let me say this one more time. and I'm going to give you one more opportunity, and then we'll stop there, okay? We're going to get his phone. Okay. So everything, you know, we're going to have everything on your phone. We're going to have everything on his phone.
That's fine.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm going to be completely honest. I do not remember what I said, and I'm going to be completely honest.
So you're going to what? Sorry?
Being completely honest, I don't remember what I've said to him or said to him or anything like that. Just because I have not been mentally ill here.
Okay. Did you ever feel like you needed to have sex with him?
No.
He never coerced you or threatened you that if you didn't? Because I know how big he looks like a man,
no.
Right? Let's be honest. For
yeah,
being
no.
15, he looks like he's in his 20s.
Yeah, no.
Right?
Me and my husband, you know, we might be, you know, having a divorce and going through our own thing, but it was never a problem for that.
Okay.
So, and again, like I said, I don't remember what I said because, again, I have not been mentally here.
Okay. What would you say, because I want to give, when I look through it, I want to be able to tell the DA that she told me this, right? Not that I had to go looking for it and this is what I found, right? What do you think would be the worst thing I'm going to find out?
Probably, besides the story, and the picture, of course, probably something that, again, I could have said it, like describing how I would, like, have sex with my husband. Basically all.
Okay.
But again, I'm not sure what I said. So.
Okay. So you're just telling him how you have sex with your husband, not necessarily how you have sex with him?
Yeah, and it could just be like me just saying it, like if I was saying it to my husband, and so it's not like mentioning meetings or things like that, so it could have been taken wrong.
Okay.
And I'm going to be completely honest.
And what was the reasoning for that? Just trying to like tell him this is how sex works, or anything? Like did you?
No, just I was trying to talk to my husband, and again, I could have just mistakenly said it to him, not me too. And
that's fine.
Again, I'm mentally not in here.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying agree to wrong. I'm trying to just get, because when I can, you know, fill out this report.
Yeah, and like
I would like to say, you know, Michaela sent a message saying that, you know, I like to do oral or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, it will be in first.
But then I want to put. But she was talking about doing this with her husband. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and like I said, I don't know all I said, and most of it should have been for my husband. At that time, it should not have been meant for him, things like that. I just don't remember what I had said to give you a completely honest answer to that question.
And that's fine, right? And I just wanted to give you that chance to talk about that because, you know, after this point, when I go through the phone, it's just whatever I find. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not know what I have said to him.
Would there be any reason that said you guys physically connected?
There shouldn't be, but again, I don't know how he feels. So.
Okay. So physically, like, you guys masturbate together, you guys kiss some more, you guys, you know.
There should not be. But again, he's fake.
Why would it, if he was to say that, why would he say that?
Fantasy, to be honest. He could have just wanted me without telling me and made it up. I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
And if he says, and if he discloses something to say, oh yeah, we had sex during tutoring, right? No, I'm just saying, and then there's a message that somewhat validates that, right? Do you see how that looks?
Yeah, and like I said, there shouldn't be any of that. Again, I'm not sure what he's going to tell you.
Alright, Michaela, you said there shouldn't be, right?
There shouldn't be.
Okay, there either is or there isn't.
Well, again, like I said, I don't remember a whole lot that was going on during this time frame. Okay. I just mentally not been here, and which is why some of my...
And could there, okay, and then we could use that as well, but could there have been a physical interaction that you just don't remember because of all the stuff you're going through?
Could be. I would say could, because again, not being able to remember everything.
And if you can't remember anything, what would be the physical interaction that you would...
Touching, maybe his hand, or...
Touching...
Like his shoulder or something.
What else?
And that's about it that I can think of, but again, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure, because mentally I have not been here. I'm going to be completely honest.
So is there a chance that he could say you guys had sex and you just don't remember having it?
No.
No?
I would remember if I had sex with him.
Okay. And what about seeing each other's private parts?
Again,
is there a chance?
There could have been a chance that he saw, or he sent me something, but I would not.
Okay.
Besides this, and I'm going to be honest, it was this.
Yeah, you've been forthcoming with that. And you said,
There,
and
I know
wrote it
there's
down.
a couple of them that they were meant for my husband that were just sent to the completely wrong person. Again, my husband was there.
So all of them were meant for your husband?
Yeah, there should have only been 2. Should have only been 2, if I'm remembering that one correctly.
So only 2 maybe, but they were meant for your husband?
Yes.
And that was through what, just the text message?
Yeah. Or photos.
Would it still be in your photos?
One of them might have been, but the other one shouldn't be. Because
Okay.
I delete my photos pretty regularly.
Okay.
Because I need to keep their room.
So like if there was an intimate physical relationship, we need to discuss that with you. We need to discuss it with him. We need to figure out, was that consensual between both of you guys, right? Does that make sense? Because that changes a lot of stuff, right? But that's why we need to know this stuff. If not, we go off of what the evidence on the phone shows us.
Okay.
And like I said, you've been forthcoming.
I probably was consensual on some of the stuff, but again, you haven't really done everything here, so
And what would that
making those
be?
decisions aren't probably the right line.
That's fine. And what would that be? Consensual of what?
Maybe the sexting.
Okay, the sexting.
At least that part, because again, I know kids.
Michaela, I'm not here to judge you one bit, okay? So
I'm gonna say that, and just like touching his shoulder maybe, and that's why like
touching shoulder.
Yeah, I don't really try to touch people just in general.
Okay.
Just, to be honest, I was consented on hugs, just because I give all kids hugs. It doesn't matter what age you are. Just because a lot of them will come up and just will hug me all the time, because I consent to that because I like hugs. I like people to be able to enjoy their days.
Okay. And what would the sexting consist of? What was
something I would send to my husband.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. And
what's like a normal example? Like I said, you're never. And here I tell people, because sometimes they get embarrassed, right? There's nothing I've seen or heard in this profession.
Again, I don't know what he would have said, but for me, it would have just been like describing how I'd have sex with my husband, but like putting it in first person.
Okay.
Just because it's not as awkward.
Okay.
In first person than if it is in third. I'll be honest with that. Just like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Just how I would have sex with my husband, just to clear my own mind
And you meant it for him?
No.
You were just a general conversation.
Just a general
okay.
conversation. I'm just saying that.
No. Yeah, I just need to make sure that's.
And if he sent me anything, it's just probably I consented to it just so that way he gets stuff off of his mind.
Okay.
I don't know anything else than that. I'm gonna be honest. But most of it, I did consent to, like the hugging, the touching, and
the sexting and stuff. What about
the sexting? That's about it. But the pictures, no.
Okay. Did he ever touch your breast?
No.
Did you guys ever talk about him touching your breast, your private parts?
No. Again, the sexting part, maybe he did, but I'm not 100% sure.
And did you ever compliment on his pictures?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Never.
To be honest, not that I'm aware of, because I don't know if he sent me any.
Okay. Never complimented on his penis, anything like that.
And if I did, it was probably out of mistake. A mistake that it probably happened, not thinking clearly.
So mistakenly.
Yeah.
Would you say complimenting or like just talking about it? Or what's
complimenting?
Complimenting his penis?
Yeah. If I even did, I don't. I could have just changed the subject, to be honest with you. I tend to do that a lot.
Okay, so he would send you a penis pic. You would just try and change the conversation.
If he did, yeah. I'm completely honest.
Would that happen quite a bit? Would that he would just send an unsolicited?
No.
Something that you weren't aware of?
No.
Okay. So you knew it was coming, or?
If he sent it to me, no, I wouldn't have known.
Okay, so sorry, and I don't want to sound rude.
Okay.
The unsolicited, do you kind of understand what that means?
Yes.
Okay. So when he would send it, you just had no idea it was coming?
I would have no idea.
And then you would change the subject?
I try to change the subject.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
I'll just be honest, I could probably just change the subject as much as I could.
Okay, I'm going to just break in right here, and I'm going to say, first clue that someone is lying. If they say the phrase, quote, "I'm just going to be honest," every other sentence, they are probably not being honest. Now, Michaela has spent this whole time easing into a confession, and this detective is so good she doesn't even realize she's doing it. But so far, she said it was a kiss the student surprised her with. Then she confessed to sending him nude pics under the pretense that she meant to send them to her husband. Then she admitted to sexting with this kid, and she was claiming she was talking about how she would have sex with her husband, but would put it in third person because she said it was easier for her. So at this point, the detective, he starts asking Michaela about deleted messages. And here's how she explains that.
I don't have a lot of messages. I delete most of my...
Okay, so...
I'm going to be completely honest. I delete a lot of my information so that it's not there.
Okay, so you see how this is going to be tampering with evidence?
Yeah. Like I said, I delete everything on a day-to-day basis just to keep it, from backing up the phone.
Okay, so
I'm going to be honest.
Why didn't you disclose that to me earlier when we were talking?
I did not remember if I did it or not. I was going to tell you when you got back that I probably deleted a lot of my messages, so...
Okay, so where would I go to get those messages when you delete them?
I have them. I'm not that tech savvy.
Okay, so when I do when I do the phone dump, I'm gonna charge you with tampering on all counts because of that.
Because I didn't remember that.
No, because we know why you deleted it. Okay. You understand,
I
Michaela?
delete all my messages from everyone. It's not just that.
Okay. So if I go through your phone and I find a thread from somebody else that was archived. Do you see how that's tampering with evidence? You're hiding that?
Okay.
Okay.
Again, I didn't know. I delete everything all the time. So it's not just that.
Alright.
I'll be honest.
Well, we'll see what comes from his phone.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Phone dumping me, just so I know what the what needs.
We take it to the FBI building. Anything that's deleted, anything that's, archived, whatever, it all gets dumped on a hard drive and you can see everything. Deleted messages, deleted pictures, deleted accounts, everything. That's why when it's on here, right, looks better than us having to go and dump it. We still get what we wanted.
And like I said, I don't remember deleting most of my stuff, but I do it. I know I do it a lot when I'm, emotionally here. So
yeah.
I think it's just automatically I do. So I will be able to keep that.
Okay.
So I am so sorry for not trying to get that clear, just because I didn't remember until now. Again, the same thing with Facebook. I don't really keep up a lot there.
For the what? Sorry.
For Facebook Messenger, I don't keep a lot there because I get a lot of text messages from the RP group and such. I just kind of like the analyze.
Oh, okay.
Just because I don't deal with my messages there very often. So after this, what happens?
Depending on what we go with, then we'll be going to jail. I mean, based off everything, you don't have anything. So, we'll go off of what his phone shows. And then from there, like I said, I'm not stupid. I know why messages were deleted. Okay. This is my first day.
Like I said, I probably deleted it just because it's supposed to happen. I usually do, but there could have been stuff on there that I don't remember. And I was being honest with that. I don't remember. I like the 90% of what we talked about and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
I know a lot of them was asking if he's okay, school, if he's doing okay in school, stuff like that. But again, other than that, I don't really.
No.
Yeah. So emotionally not here, mentally not here, because of everything I'm going through myself.
Okay.
I just wanted to be completely honest, because I probably did. Now that I'm thinking about stuff and actually trying to remember a lot.
Oh, the messages would have helped. That's all I could say.
Like I said, I'm so sorry about that. I did not remember deleting my messages. I do know that's one of them I did say I love you, but it wasn't better like I love you as like a relationship, just like sisterly things.
But because there's no other messages to prove otherwise.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know that whatever's there, that's probably what I was thinking.
Jim, did you see what happened in Texas today?
Wait, before you tell me that, let me tell you what happened in New York.
It cannot be as crazy as the case I told you about yesterday in Louisiana.
You know what? We should do a podcast about it.
And with that, we did. Crime Wire Weekly covers the crime news headlines that have dominated the week.
We cover trending crimes from all over the country and even sprinkle in a few globally.
Crime Wire Weekly is available now wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Simply by searching Crime Wire Weekly or clicking the link in the description of this podcast. So what is so shocking from here is even under this questioning by detectives, she starts asking about what'll happen with the student. And I found this interesting because it almost appeared to me she wasn't asking it out of concern, but she was asking more out of, if I'm going to get in trouble, he's going to get in trouble. I would be curious to what your thoughts are. Listen to this clip.
What happens to him? Just a joke.
I mean, nothing really. I mean, you know, he's got to go through this whole thing. He'll get his phone back if we find that he can, right?
Yeah. I'm just like saying, generally say like.
What do you mean?
So like if like for me, like what happens to him, like the thinking, in case like things don't add up and stuff. What happens to him? I know what would happen to him.
Be more detailed.
I don't know how to. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, I mean, I'll help you out as much as I can, but I'm not sure what.
So like where I know I'll go to jail. Like what happens to him? Is he gonna like have repercussions too, or like just in general?
I mean, he might go get a mental health checkup for sure.
I definitely need whatever else that.
But I don't know off the top of my head. He's not going to be arrested or anything. You know.
I know I would, but yeah. I'm just questioning just in case things don't add up.
So the detective, he then stops playing Mr. Nice Guy. And he calls Michaela out on all of her bullshit. Even quotes some of their text exchanges, and you won't believe what this sounded like.
I know you guys had sex. It's very clear. Okay. So at what point was that initiated, and who initiated it?
We haven't had sex though, bro. That's the thing, we haven't.
Figure it out. Okay. And you're gonna stick with that.
I'm being honest, though.
Okay. So are you 15 years older than him?
Yes. I'll be honest. I was born June 9th, 1994.
The next day, she went back and did something she was not supposed to. She kissed him like nothing else, then led to them having sex in his bed.
Again, it's how I was feeling at the time.
That was all they both needed. They were perfect together.
And like I said, I haven't been emotional here, and I could just be expressing how I feel about my husband. And like I said, that was just a rough draft.
So we both know this isn't about your husband. Okay, I'm giving you a lot of the benefit of the doubt on a lot of this stuff. Okay, I am. We both know that this message is not about your husband. Can we agree to that?
But it could be. Like, I don't know how I was feeling.
Are you 15 years older than your husband?
Sometimes I wish I was, but...
No, are you 15 years?
No, my husband's 7 years older than me.
Okay, so stop playing that game, Michaela. Okay.
But I could feel like that toward him, but I don't want
I didn't ask if you feel that way. I asked if you're 15 years older than him.
Yes, and like I said, that wasn't what I was trying to say. I'm just saying that those are how I feel. It's not like I have done anything.
Okay. So, let's just go through this. So, you call him your hero because that was the name of the song.
Yeah. By Skillet.
Okay, so this happened yesterday. Right? You're sad. Why? I miss you. I miss you too, but what is TMR?
TM?
Yeah, I miss you too, but...
I don't know a whole lot of the text.
Okay.
I know you are in ION on other news, but again, I think he says it as like I don't know, or I don't know, I don't IDK, and LOL.
Okay. Okay, so.
And like I said, a lot of it's just how I like.
We're gonna be okay. Yes, we will. I hope so. We will. Promise. I promise. Okay, I can trust you. Okay, baby. But since she was us, I'm glad you didn't grab my dick. I feel a bit better. Just wish I was there. And boy, was I right not to do so.
Well, again, I wasn't supposed to say any of that. I haven't meant.
I was gonna, but I'm glad I didn't. Yeah. Why didn't you though? I knew we would have been caught. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess tomorrow morning. You won't come see me? Yeah, okay, just 'cause I can. Sorry, it's okay. I love you, babe. I love you too, princess. What's wrong? None. Why? I feel like you're mad. No. I am smelling hoodie while I have it. Good. Really? Yes. Why? 'Cause I gave it to you for a reason. What is it? Your reason? My hoodie. I get that. What was your reason for giving me the hoodie? You wanted it. And smells like you, so I wanted it. Yeah. It is the only way I'm going to get through this long distance, and yeah, for a while. Then once I get out, I'll be able to be with you. These people are crazy, dumb, but whatever. You mean everything. You're gonna be okay with this for a while? Yeah, gonna have to be. I know, babe, but once I have my place, you could stay with me. Then we don't have to be so far apart. Plus, I'm getting you a ring for Christmas. Yes, babe. I love you too, my hero, pumpkin, still here.
And the ring was meant for Maz, but not for him. I do bring it back. Because I had showed my husband. Meant to show my husband the ring, and I think I sent it to the archives video, so.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Why are you guys calling each other husband and wife?
But again, wasn't meant for that. My phone automatically does certain auto messages, auto sims, and auto corrects. So when I'm trying to say something, it's not always right. I do know that.
Okay.
Because I've had that happen a lot. I'll need one thing and it's not the right thing. And I call everybody baby, babe. So, and Han and love. It's just how I talk.
So at this point, you can see why I'm so insistent about exposing all these bad teachers. Those text exchanges the detective just read out, I mean, she had this 15-year-old boy thinking they were getting married. They were calling each other husband and wife, talking about wedding rings. So police did manage to pull some things off Miss Ford's phone after all this, including 2 topless pics she thought were deleted, some pics of them making out, which one of those pics was the student's wallpaper on his cell phone. They recovered several texts, including one exchange where the student asked her if she was going to cry when he put it in her ass again, to which she replied, no. They then both went into detail on whether to use lube again, and Michaela replied, quote, start slowly and gently, then once I can take it, you can do it faster and harder. Just remember, I'm not breakable. That's a direct quote. In another conversation, Miss Ford tells this 15-year-old boy she wants to wear a collar that has a lock on it and says, Daddy's girl. And in yet another message, she sends a topless photo to AK, and he sends a picture of his penis back, and she replies, I want all of you. So Michaela Ford gets charged with multiple charges related to sex exploitation, obviously. And she actually goes to jail but she's released on a cashless bond on her own recognizance. And since then, since November of 2024, nearly a year ago, guess what? No updates. Nothing. Zero. So if you're a listener in New Mexico, message me and let me know what's going on with this case, because there is no updates online. I don't even know if they're covering it there, but y'all, this is the fucking problem. This is the problem. This stuff gets swept under rugs. And a lot of times it's because it's female teachers and male students, and it's just not considered as bad. But can you not see with what I just covered today how manipulated this kid was by this teacher? He thought they were getting married after he graduated high school, and she has a daughter, a elementary age daughter. Insanity. Thank you so much for listening. Check out the Patreon, commercial-free early releases, bonus episodes, and more. I'm getting the rest of the swag this Friday to send to the top-tier Patreon members. Thank you for sticking with me. I got part of it in on Monday of this week, just waiting for the second part of that swag because I'm sending these quarterly gifts out. I'm sending quarter 2 and quarter 3 out all at once. So you're going to have all of that. Thank you again for your patience. Please share the show if you've not yet done so. Look, without our Patreon members and those of you that share the show, we would not exist. This takes an exorbitant amount of time to do. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it because I love doing this show. And I love each and every one of you for listening, supporting, and sharing what we do. And until next time, for Exposed Scandalous Files of the Elite, I'm your host, Jim Chapman. Much love.